Playing as a rainbow friend. Let's talk about it. Okay, so it's been a while since we've actually talked about playing as a rainbow friend, and I'm also going to be going through some of your theories around the situation and talking about it from a new perspective, being that when we got the information, it was just like, whoa, this could actually happen. But now that some time has passed, we can really think about, will we want to even play as a rainbow friend? But if you are looking forward to Rainbow Friend Chapter 2, remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those notifications, because when soon as Chapter 2 comes out, you will be the first to know. Okay, so a while back we talked about Fragment Games actually replying to a tweet talking about playable monsters, and they put eye emojis. Now, that definitely sparked a lot of attention because it's like, whoa, we might actually get playable monsters, but I was looking at it like, maybe this will not be the best idea. Why? Because the game seems to be working really well as bots, and we don't have to worry about players being any of the rainbow friends and technically camping. I think that's the biggest issue when it comes. Like, imagine you're playing as Blue, you would totally camp wherever players are going to be without even trying to. It's just sometimes will appear that way because you kind of know where the players are going to be at and where they need to return the blocks. Now, there is an angle I did not think about it as well, like how we could actually have it work with playable monsters, shall I say, or rainbow friends, is that it is going to be based off of rounds, so it will be quite different. Now, what I will say is a cool way to look at it is, let's say at night 1 you could play as Blue, only Blue, the rest are bots. Night 2 you can play as Green and the rest bots, so Blue would now be a bot, and then it goes on and on. Night 3 you'd be Orange, night 4 you would be Purple, and that would be actually quite cool. Although playing as Purple, unless you're able to get out of the vents, that could be kind of crazy. But in Chapter 2, when Purple gets out of the vent, yes, I'm gonna say when Purple does, then that will be very interesting. But I think personally playing as Blue would be a lot of fun, but I think for the overall outlook of the game, in my opinion, I don't know if it would work so well, because again, you do have those players that will camp. They will definitely trigger a lot of people, and if so, maybe there would be a mode, and it's something that is not necessarily just gonna be something that's forced that we would have to play. But if we were to play as Blue, what would be some things that Blue could actually do? I would love to hear your theories as well on what are some features you would love to see some of the other Rainbow Friends have if you were able to play with those characters. So as playing as Blue, I would totally love to hear a roar, like if you had a roar button that you could actually kind of scare people, so when they move, there's like an indication that shows exactly where the players are. Now, obviously, Blue can't get you if you're in your box, so on one hand, if you were a player and people were to box up, that would also, as Blue, make you upset too, because you couldn't technically do anything and you could only get players when they're outside of their box. But I think if you were to play as Blue, you would be able to see like their footsteps, where they're at. The sound would be a lot better because that's pretty much how Blue actually gets you, like the sounds and knows. And maybe there's like obviously a button that you can activate to sort of like speed chase, or you do get this speed boost after you've spotted a player. But it would be a lot of fun, I will say that one. But again, overall for the flow of the game, I don't know if it will work, but I would totally give like player mode a try. Now, that's just my predictions and theories on it, but I really want to hear what you all had to say about playable characters, playing as Blue, so let's jump straight into it. Boy with a Mask says, I think if you played as Blue, when you see someone go in a box, it turns invisible. Oh, and if you have good memory, you could find them while they're invisible. So boxes turn invisible when you play as Blue. That is actually quite genius, and it would make players sort of disappear. And maybe that is the case, like Blue can't see you once you go invisible. Like, that is so awesome. S Roddy YT says, well, for Blue, if you hide in a box, you will not see that player anymore until he gets out, which is actually quite true. So again, that could work, at least for night 1. Chaotic Elmo says, maybe there could be like a hunter mode, a mode where you click the icon and it gives you 2 options, the hunter or the hunted. The hunter for players who want to feel the satisfaction of Piggy had and will be getting someone killed or who can kill someone. Hunted is for the players who want to test their skills against other players or just play against those players. You could choose monsters, green, blue, orange, maybe purple, and as the chapters go on more and more. Of course, over time, when and if Rainbow Friends gets more chapters, after choosing hunters or hunted, you could choose what chapter to play in, but that's just my thought. Feel free to disagree. That would actually be cool. I mean, a new game mode in general would be quite awesome. Charles_game says, we need playable monsters. BXN Barry says, I never liked playable monsters or like games with chapters and player mode because to me personally, it's just not fun anymore. Brianna says, no, because everybody will just turn into a monster plus campers, which I can agree with you. There would be a lot of campers. Scarecrow says, I don't like the idea of playing as monsters. If they do add it, I hope it's its own mode and not forced. I also agree with that. Like, I hope it will be completely separate and maybe even different from the storyline. Okay, now it's time to leave it up to the best theorist in the world, and that is you watching today's video. So leave a comment down below on what you think. Would you want to play as Blue? Do you want playable monsters in Rainbow Friends at all? I would love to know your theories on it, and if so, how would it work? But if you did enjoy today's video, you're really going to enjoy this one right here. So do make sure you check it out, but don't forget to leave a like and share the video and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.